You are listening to RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network.
Up a ring and onto the mic. Golden locks, throwing chains on tight. I rule the airwaves, I own the night. Crank up the volume, feel the heat. Down, turn up the dial, let me preach. Running this town with a steel cake smile. When the bell rings, I do it with style. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. One hair thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fight. Bow down, cause I rule tonight. Taking the mic, body said the truth, no fear, no fright. Bow down, cause I rule tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Lord Amadeus. This is RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. I am the owner and proprietor of RAWF in the game we all know and love as Wrestler Unstoppable. My co-host is here with me in Portland. Please welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, he is El Vacant. Hola, El Vacant.
Hola.
How are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, I'm sorry, I did not become into my normal verb. Hold on, let me try that again. Hola, mi amigo, ¿cómo estás?
I'm doing awesome. I am doing absolutely awesome. It is definitely that time of year. My blood is pumping, and you know what? You know what started today?
You know what? I don't know that I need an answer to that question.
I think everyone, ladies and gentlemen, it is Xanther time. The sign-ups for the 12th annual Xanther Memorial Tournament are underway. Let's try that one again. Here we go. Yes, they are underway. Sign-ups are in the scene, ladies and gentlemen. It is on. So, what can we expect from the Xanther as far as payouts? Let me give you the total. It's incredible. We have 100 and the set. Let's see. Quarterfinalists will each get 5 million coins, 500 wrestler bucks. Semifinalists will each get 25 million coins, 1,000 wrestler bucks. And actually, you know what? That's the wrong damn thing. All right, let's try this again. Just moments. All right. Okay. Try it. There it is. Okay. So ignore the graphic on the actual computer.
I mean, right now it just says the start date.
Yes, just check. All right, so here's what the payouts are going to be: 130 million wrestler bucks, 4,000 wrestler bucks, 130 million coins to the winner. They also get a company and an entrance video. The runner-up gets 50 million coins, 2,000 wrestler bucks, and a company. Each semifinalist will get 25 million coins, 1,000 wrestler bucks each, and a trading card from Extreme Enigma. Also, all of the four of those people will also get uh, animated promo pick by myself. At least the winner and the runner up. Okay, I see what I did wrong. So the promo pick that says semifinalist in the graphic is actually Extreme Enigma, not Kane the Governor. That's where I got screwed up. All right, so total payout 250 million coins and 10,000 wrestler bucks, 2 companies, several promo picks, and it's going to be a good time had by all. Of course, last year's winner, Joe Boo, was the first one to sign up this particular tournament. First person in there was the last year's winner, and already we're up over 50 people signed up. So, folks, you know what to do. Maeve has shared the scene in the chat because she's here to. And thank you very much, Maeve. And so that is, the tournament will be kicking off April 5th, 2026 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time while we're on the air here for Immortal 13 in 15 days. We're 15 days away, El Vacant, from
That's
Immortal
crazy.
13. That's just incredible, isn't it?
Not great, I promise.
It did. It really did. And of course, also at Immortal 13 will be the announcements of this year's RAWF Hall of Fame class of 2026. I do know the Hall of Fame committee has gotten together and gotten some early discussion in, and we will see who will be in this year's RAWF Hall of Fame class at Immortal 13 as well. Let's get to some event and GM and event reports. All right. Well, so for Hatfield and McCoy, right now, both of those tournaments still underway. For Hatfield McCoy in the Hatfield tournament, we are down to the semifinals. It is Teflon Sheik taking on Faith Dunkarino and Hotshot Chaz taking on DVT. In the McCoy tournament, it is also at the it is Killa Neptune versus Blake Bradley and Simply the Best against Big Papa. So interesting stuff there. And then let's take a look at the tag division. Earlier today, the top 5 tag teams were posted by Unstoppable. All right. 5 teams after 3 of 6 rounds, so halfway through. In first place are Swords and Scimitars. In second place, the reigning tag team champions, Big Papa and Wildfire, Spice and Flame. In third place, 2 miserable effers. In fourth place, Royal Pains. And in fifth place, Crown Control. All right. So that is your top 5. Round 5 just went out yesterday, so that season going on getting pretty heated from what I gather. All right, let's bring on Mabel here to give us a quick report on the Bridges Day tournament. Maeve, are you there?
Congratulations to the 4 folks who are going on to the semifinals. We've got English, Destroyer, Ken Costa, and Simply the Best. Winner of Griffith versus Destroyer and Ken Costa versus Simply the Best will go on to the finals. Good luck and may fortune smile on most of you.
All right, thank you, Maeve. Paragon, did you have anything from the gauntlet?
Holy crap. Kris Kringle crapping on a cookie, Amadeus. We came in hot and we came in fast with the Ultimate Gauntlets relaunch. We came in with some big matches right up top and some big names falling out of the gauntlet. We started where we were at last week when we had last looked at it. We were in the middle of the run of the Immortal Griffith, who had defeated the Extreme Enigma with the first victory, then went on to a second victory, beating the World Heavyweight Champion, the Teflon Sheik, going into a third match, defeating Big Papa, and this is where the Immortal Griffith is going into the fourth match against Tiggs, and the Immortal Griffith ends the run at 3 as Tiggs defeats the Immortal One in a shocker. Tiggs goes on to another match with Simply the Best, perennial top 5 performer. Simply the Best wins that match. However, Simply the Best goes out of the gauntlet after one match, losing to Hotshot Chaz, who is currently taking on Chris Cage. And for all of you RAWF historians out there, you know that Hotshot Chaz versus Chris Cage is one heck of an interesting match that is going on right now.
Whew, some big names there you just dropped on us. Whoever I would that would the gauntlet is actually doing that. As a matter of fact, is there a point where the gauntlet gets a little easier?
You've seen this roster; it is a stacked roster. But right now, it's definitely really top heavy with the current group that we're in. A lot of killers in there.
All right, so that means we probably will not have. Well, I mean, we don't know. Still 2 weeks left. There could still be a possible Ultimate Gauntlet Championship match at Immortal. But thank you, Paragon. Stick around. A lot to talk to you about here in just a little bit. All right, let's take a look at some of the tournaments and events. Maeve just updated you on the St. Bridges. Let's take a look at the Arsehole of the month. It is in the quarterfinals. Winner to face Claymore for the men's championship at Immortal. Right now, we've got the Immortal Griffith taking on Iceman Jer. We got Crazy Serb taking on Luke Cage. We've got Kenta taking on the reigning men's champion Claymore. And we've got Badass Billy taking on Blake Bradley. That's another stacked final 8 there, El Vacant.
See.
Wow. That could get that men's title match is going to be something interesting. I have a feeling. Let's take a look at the biatch of the month. It is also, I believe, it is in the semifinals. It's Extreme Enigma versus Sassy Applebee's and Wildfire versus Kicker. And of those 4, only one of them has ever been estrogen champion before, that being Wildfire. So could get very interesting to see who walks away the biatch of the month. Let's take a look at the extra points tournament now. Winner getting 25 extra bonus points for the rankings this period, and it is getting to the nitty gritty as well. In the quarterfinals, we have Wildfire taking on Chris Cage, Natalia Nitro taking on Sai. Big Papa has already defeated Badass Billy to move on to the semifinals. He awaits the winner of Iceman Jer and Claymore. So that is your extra points tournament update. And a couple of other notes from Arcana Clash, which we will talk about here on the Superstars preview. But tomorrow we will have an Arcana Clash contendership match to see who will face Destroyer for the Arcana Clash Championship at Immortal. All right, and I just now received a report from the First Lady of Anarchy, the Cougar, for High Voltage. All tournaments have started. Anything Goes round 1 has also started. Remember to wait for match tips to be posted in the match, or they are or in the scene. Any question can be DM'd to Cougs for clarification. So Cougs is already getting stuff going there. And yes, make sure when you're doing an Anything Goes event, you check your matches or check your steps before you start moving in your match, because she is a real stickler for following the rules, as she should be.
Arguably, she's a stickler for other people following rules.
I mean,
small but important difference.
Exactly. Exactly. So, 2 weeks away from Immortal, tomorrow Superstars comes to you live from the Moda Center here in Portland. It will be uh, for the Arcana Clash contendership. Big Papa versus Joe Boo. Which one goes on to face Destroyer for the Arcana Clash championship? Big Papa, uh, we before a couple weeks before last month, we didn't talk about him
Like
much
at
at
all.
all. Now we're talking about him all the time. He's one half of the World Tag Team Champions, and now he could be the next Arcana Clash champion if he can get past Joe Boo and go on to face Destroyer at Immortal 13. But then Joe Boo, of course, uh, no no slouch to knowing how to win championships. What are your thoughts on this match tomorrow?
I think it's going to be fairly tightly contested. I think it's a lot's going to depend on what Joe Boo shows up for the match. When he was firing in all cylinders and gung ho, he was pretty competitive here in RAWF. But I feel like in the last several months he's been kind of phoning it in, and if he does that, he does not stand a chance against what Big Papa's been doing lately.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. It's going to be a great match, I think, for that Arcana Clash Championship tomorrow here in Portland. And then in the main event for the Superstars Championship, Magnificent Michael, who has absolutely dominated this championship for almost 2 months now, defends against what I consider maybe his toughest challenge to date, and a man who went undefeated in the previous rankings period, only to not get any further than what he did. I think it was 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, something like that. But Sisalu, right now on a tear. What are your thoughts here? Can Magnificent Michael hold off?
First, I have to ask: when did Sisalu become an extra from any horror movie based in Egypt ever?
You look at his avatar; that's kind of what he looks like.
All right.
That's just what I went with. If Sisalu's got a problem with that, he can message me, which would be a miracle in itself. But go ahead and tell me. But at any rate, your thoughts?
At this point, I'm not betting against Michael. I'm just not. Every time I pick against him, he wins. I learn my lessons.
All right. I think right now, I think this is going to be a tough challenge for MM tomorrow here.
I don't disagree, but if I say he's going to lose, he'll win.
Well, I mean, in a way, if you want him to win, then you should pick him to lose.
Yeah, but that's mean.
But that is the main event tomorrow on Superstars. Magnificent Michael defending the Superstars Championship against Sisalu. All right. So, with that being said, who do we need to find out who all else is fighting tomorrow, and who do we turn to when
That's
we?
My buddy. That's my pal.
There he is,
Randy.
Hey, how's everybody doing? It's Randolph Mortimer Draw here in Portland. How you liking the weather tonight there, LV? Can you feel a little better?
A little bit, yeah. It's getting, that time of year, it's starting to get nicer pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I love Oregon. I really do. But at any rate, here we go. This is your undercard for tomorrow, and it's a doozy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a pretty big one. You got Hotshot Chaz taking on Strangleheart. Agent of Hate taking on Draven Blackbird. Liaison Warrior Queen Falcon takes on Aaron McFadden. Claymore takes on Blake Bradley. Tell me that ain't a big matchup there, Agent.
That's a pretty good one.
That is something else, to tell you the truth. Fabulous Diana to take on Mark Caliber. Killing El Lobo to take on Solitude. Natalia Nitro to take on Money Sue. Sean Hitman Hurd takes on DW Diesel Warrior. Mystic Maniac takes on Psycho Girl. Sophia McFadden takes on Honey Apples. Stormtrooper of Death takes on Starlight. Papa Shaker, there's a Papa Shaker to take on Extreme Enigma. What you think about that one, Ovig?
Well, I think Chris will be standing at ringside telling Enigma how much he sucks.
That's a possibility. Marquis de Sade takes on Hobo Ezekiel. Another good one here. The Paragon of Greatness takes on Michael Brewer. Shav takes on Crazy Serb. Jigs takes on Gorgonio. Miss B takes on Redneck Avenger. Destroyer to take on DVT. That's another good one. Good one. Immortal Griffith to take on Denzel the Giant. I tell you what.
Are you trying to create your own mini pay-per-view? What are you doing?
My simulator just like puts you all together. Oh, here's one that ain't that great. Teflon Sheik versus Knox Boogie. Knox should clean his clock, right?
Okay, casually.
Sai takes on Davila. Wow, okay. I don't. I didn't do this. Wow, okay. Andy Price to take on Anthony Patrick. Sassy Applebee's to take on Black Lilith. Sai takes on Dees. Killer Neptune takes on Mancunian Maniac. Ken Costa to take on Minifee. Dark Warrior takes on Luke Cage. The Minion to take on Alexei Shmerno. Simply the Best versus Dr. Kit. Cougar Knight takes on Mick Devilson. Evan Deadly to take on Tigress. Soul Reaper to take on Joey A. Wildfire to take on Kitty Kabam. Badass Billy to take on Churro El Napolitano. Kenta to take on Rick Nelson. Iceman Jared takes on Olivia McGinnis. Fusion Skull to take on Hot Cheese. Is Babe still in a bad mood? Because I don't know about what.
Yes.
Okay, Mabel here takes on Chris Cage. Faith Duncarino takes on Tad Beagle Wolf Dennis. Cyanide Harvey to take on Uber Vegan TPO. Toxic Megatron Avenger takes on Leo. Kicker takes on The Razor. Bubs versus Roger the Pirate. And Undertaker takes on Lars Hillstrom. And I see Caden Steele just joined RAWF. He will face an opponent to be determined. So that's what we got right there. What's
to be determined?
To be determined. And yeah, Reaper, you got Joey A tomorrow. Member of the murder. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here before Maeve comes back. Okay.
Probably a good plan. I would also not go through that door.
Yeah, I think I'll go out the secret exit. Yeah, where the cat lives, the studio cat lives. All right, that'll work. Right.
Studio cat. Whoa. Studio cat. Studio cat.
All right. Apparently, that's how Randolph Mortimer Draw decides to exit on the Studio Cat music.
You know what? Distracting people with the Studio Cat is not a bad way to make one's exit.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'll have to remember. I'll have to remember that if we ever need to make a hasty exit. Hey, look, cat.
Hey, look, Studio Cat. Poof, gone.
All right. So, what's up, Caden? Been a long time. Good to see you. All right. So, let's take a look now at Immortal 13 and the rundown we've got thus far. I do know Mark Caliber will be taking on Soul Reaper in some sort of match that hasn't been officially announced, and I think we'll hear more about that later in the program. But first of all, another match we do not know. Blake Bradley, an open challenge to whoever attacked him back at Philadelphia Freedom last year. We have no one has been able to figure out who it was, who done it. We thought it would be Teflon Sheik. That's been disproven. Who does Blake Bradley take on at Immortal in this challenge match? What's your thoughts, Elvik? And do you
Not me.
Not you. Are you sure?
Yes, I did not attack him.
Well, it definitely wasn't me because I would never attack my world champion. He was world champion at the time.
That's true. Yeah,
That's just bad.
not good for your pocket.
That is not good for business. But yeah, so that yeah. At any rate, no, I don't think it was.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah, who knows? Speaking of Sheik, though, he will defend one of his several matches at Immortal, defending the Powerball Championship against the man he beat for the World Heavyweight Championship at Love Hurts. It is Paragon of Greatness going after that Powerball Championship. What are your thoughts here, Elvacant? Does Paragon get at least a small measure of revenge on Sheik at Immortal 13?
I think he's going to get all the revenge he could ever want, and a hefty paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, I never want to see Sheik lose.
Well, you can stop the sentence right there. It's true.
Yeah, okay, fine. We shall see. But that should be a good one. We've got for the Multimedia Championship, it is Kenta defending against the problematic Michael Brewer. And these two go way back. They have a long history with each other here. So they know each other well. Who walks away as the Multimedia Champion?
Ooh, I think a lot depends on his current ongoing match to answer that question.
Agreed.
I think if he retains, I don't know that I'll have the fire in him to then go beat Brewer, because Brewer, I think, is in a position where he feels he needs to prove some things. If he doesn't retain, he's going to be desperate to prove something himself and retain one of his titles. And then I think Brewer's in for it'll be problematic.
Agreed. It should be interesting, and you're right. I think it does. A lot of what happens in this match will be determined by what happens in the current ongoing Platinum Dragon Championship match. All right, next up, Triple Crown Championship. It is Davila defending against the Immortal Griffith and Rick Nelson. This is going to be a good one, I think. You got two Hall of Famers in there. You got Rick Nelson, who we know has just amped it up recently. But for me, while I never liked to bet against Davila, I think Griffith wants to prove a point at Immortal, especially if he does not walk away as Platinum Dragon champion.
Agreed on that part.
But if he is Platinum Dragon champion, I give Davila the edge. What do you think?
Probably true, because I think at that point his concentration will not necessarily be on that match. It'll be having to face Chris Cage at Immortal. And I think that will take a lot of his bandwidth, for lack of a better word.
That's a great word. I like that. So that should be a great matchup for the Triple Crown Championship. Midnight Hobo Championship. It is Iceman Jer versus Denzel the Giant. If Iceman wears earplugs, can he beat Denzel and retain that Midnight Hobo Championship?
Well, and if he can avoid being eaten.
I have never seen Denzel eat anybody.
Do you see how big that man is?
Yes, I get that. But
I mean, if he's not eating people, he's eating whole cows.
The man is not a cannibal.
Whole cows. Do you know how much protein it takes to trust me, I know how much protein it takes to keep that kind of mass.
All right, well, we'll see. Who do you think walks away as Midnight Hobo champion? Is it Denzel or is it
I do not like to bet against Iceman, but I feel like Denzel probably has this.
It's going to be a good match. Former Midnight Hobo champion is Denzel the Giant. We do know that DVT will face whoever between Teflon Sheik and Papa Shaker retains the Fubar City Championship. Does it matter the outcome of the match, no matter if it's Sheik or Papa Shaker here?
I think it's an uphill battle for DVT either way. But because he will not have any champion's advantage, right, at all. But that being said, I think his odds of walking out with the belt, regardless of who he faces, are kind of high.
We find out at Immortal 13. Hopefully by next week we will know the exact match for the Fubar City Championship. Now, National Championship, and I apologize that I did not update. I forgot to update this graphic and the video, but it is actually Killa Neptune defending against Simply the Best, a rematch, if you will, for
Shocker.
Simply the Best will challenge Killa Neptune. Simply the Best, of course, the longest reigning national champion in RAWF history. Your thoughts? Can Killa hold him? So this is basically the rubber match now.
It is.
They each have a victory over each other. Who walks away as the national champion?
So rough to call. Not only, not only did he take this belt from STV, but he also recently took a chance at a title away from another member of Cerberus. I think they're going to come into this match very, very motivated, looking to take a pound of flesh for those damages. I think that's an uphill battle for Killa. I don't want to bet against him, but I think this is in the air. This is 50-50, could go either way.
Agreed.
I would not bet on this match.
You can't because each of them has a victory over each other in this championship match. Yeah, definitely one of the hardest matches to call for that national title. If anything, STB may be a possibly slight advantage considering where Killa is also wrestling on the card. And we'll talk about that in a second. Platinum Dragon Championship, Chris Cage will face the winner of the Immortal Griffith and Kenta. We can't really talk about that match much, but either match.
I think they're two very different matches.
Yes, definitely two different matches, no doubt about it. But Kenta is slowly proving to be a force here. And considering, he took a long break, and when he was here, he was doing pretty good. He was a former Superstars champion for several weeks, and then he took a break and came back. And right now, are we seeing the real Kenta? Are we seeing the best Kenta we've ever seen? Yes. Can he go to the biggest stage of them all and defeat a man like Chris Cage? We find out, possibly, at Immortal 13. And then finally, of course, the main event of Immortal 13 for the World Heavyweight Championship. The Teflon Sheik taking on Killa Neptune. Killa's been here before where he's been facing the World Heavyweight Champion in the main event of Immortal, has walked away empty, but that was against his brother, the Paragon of Greatness. This is a whole different story. Does Killa Neptune finally get his first World Heavyweight Championship? He's done just about everything else here in RAWF.
All right, so let's just go over some stuff here. Killa has a belt right now, right?
Yep.
Who did he win it from?
Simply the Best.
Right, and he has this title shot right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who did he beat to get it?
Claymore.
Right. So when he does this, he has single-handedly beaten the three-headed dog. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yes. If he does this, if he wins the World Heavyweight Championship at Immortal 13, he will have gone through all three members of Cerberus. And the match was Simply the Best earlier in the night. Who knows? It's very interesting. Can Killa Neptune get it done at Immortal 13? This is, I think, his best chance to ever do it. If he's going to do it, it's got to be at Immortal 13.
Agreed.
Don't you think?
I absolutely agree.
All right. So that is our card as we see it right now. I can tell you earlier today, Joe Boo issued an open challenge to all RAWF Hall of Famers. Any RAWF Hall of Famer that wants to climb in the ring with Joe Boo at
Oh, okay.
Immortal
Like
13.
open to all of them, not he wants to face all of them.
No, he just wants to face one of them one
Okay,
on one.
because that would be done. That would.
Yeah. No, he's not going to face all of them. You can't face all of them because there's a few of them that have passed, unless they're going to rise from the grave.
Look, weirder things have happened around here.
We have had zombies in RAWF. You have a point. But at any rate, Joe Boo with an open challenge to any RAWF Hall of Famer that wants to go one-on-one at Immortal 13. All right.
I'll be curious to see who, if anyone, takes him up on that.
I bet somebody does.
I can't.
What?
I can't.
No, you can't. You're not an RAWF Hall of Famer.
It's as unfair as that is, it's true.
Well, at any rate.
Oh, look, margarita.
All right. So, yeah, that's going to be a hell of a match for the main event of Immortal. Killer Neptune, Teflon Sheik, World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Once again, folks, the Xanther the Platinum Dragon Memorial Tournament is in signups. It is going to be a hell of a pot. It's going to be a hell of a tournament, as it always is. And as I looked now, we are getting to the see. 57 people signed up for the Xanther tournament thus far, and it's only been open for a few hours. So, folks, get in there while you can. You got 2 weeks to sign up for this year's Xanther tournament. All right, just gonna here make sure I'm not forgetting anything. No. All right. With all of that being said, I'm going to bring on the rain. Actually, I'm going to bring on man who could be the next Platinum Dragon champion if he and Kenta would finish their match. But let's bring him in anyways because he does have a big match at Immortal 13, whether he's a Platinum Dragon champion or not. Let's talk to.
From shadows deep, he rises, a warrior born of fate, with steel in his eyes. The tempest shall not wait. Memento mori.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Immortal Griffith to After Hours. Good evening, Griffith.
Good evening, Lord Amadeus.
Well, we can't talk about the Platinum Dragon title match. It is still underway, but you still have a big match at Immortal 13 one way or another. Talk to me about this Triple Crown Championship match.
I mean, you all seem to have stated a lot of opinions about it. Look, I have had that belt twice before. I would happily carry it again. I would, a lot of people try to say, "Oh, this is my toughest." Look, every combination I have had in dealing with this title has always been pretty tough. Like, you don't get shots at this belt if you're not, good. I mean, this is a particularly interesting trio. It's definitely a different trio than I've ever dealt with before. But you got to keep the menage a little, new and unique. Keep it spicy.
Well, that'll definitely be a spicy one. Davila and Rick Nelson stand in your way of becoming. Didn't we say that you have a record on the line here? Is there not a triple crown record?
If I win it, I am tied for the most times holding this belt.
Ah, yeah. See, it is you and who? Let's take a.
Chris Cage, I think.
That's right. I think you are absolutely right. Let me double check that real quick here. Let me double check it real quick. And yes, you are indeed correct. It is right now. Chris Cage is a 4-time holder of the Triple Crown Championship. You are a 3-time holder, and if you win, you will tie Chris Cage for most times as Triple Crown champion. So there is that, and of course, a opportunity if you defeat Kenta for the Platinum Dragon Championship to possibly go on and face said Chris Cage, defending that heart and soul of RAWF. Talk to me about what would happen if that were to occur.
So when the match happens with Chris Cage for the Platinum Dragon Championship, I will, no offense to Killa, but at that point, it will be the real reason to tune in. It'll be the real main event. And I know everyone always says their match is the real main event, but the reason I say that is you want the main event to be kind of up in the air, kind of, either man could win. It's going to be tightly contested. And that will be true in this match, because in the world title match, it's not going to be true. Killa is just going to walk right over it.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be something else. It will be a hell of a match.
He agrees. Killa's just going to walk away with that title. He said it.
I mean, I don't know. This is the. I mean, Sheik has never been on this grand a stage and this big of a match before. And as much as he's held so many titles here in RAWF, this is high pressure, especially considering he's also got to face Paragon on the undercard. And possibly, if he wins the Pooh Bar State Championship, defend that against DBT. So I like Killa's chances here. I don't want to jinx him.
I realize something though. So do you know that I figured out why? Like, they named himself Service, but he still says "bow to me, dogs." Or actually, lately he's been saying "bow to us, dogs," because the team. So it used to be there was a comma in there. He removed the comma, so it still works.
Damn. All right, so with that being said, tomorrow Denzel the Giant comes a calling on the Journey to WrestleMania, Immortal XIII. What a day! At any rate, your thoughts?
Look, I think it's going to be a hell of a pay-per-view overall. I am looking forward to my one guaranteed match and my other mostly guaranteed match. It'll be a very eventful night, as it always is at Immortal. What I'm really looking forward to is when we start announcing who else is going to be joining me here in the Hall of Fame with these here rings.
Yep, that's always a fun thing. And as I said,
that's my favorite part. That is my favorite part. Because what better place to name people to be inducted into the Hall of Fame than at my event? The first ever person put into the Hall of Fame. What better place?
Fair enough. Talk to me about the Xanther too. I mean, certainly you're excited. I see you are. You have signed your name on the dotted line to participate as always.
Always have, always will. Look, it's weird. This tournament is this weird Gordian knot for me. Like I never do particularly well in this tournament. Like I enter all these tournaments. I do really well. Like I said, I'm like Final Four in the Bridges right now. But for some reason in Xanther, I never quite get my rhythm. So I'm hoping to change that this year. Hopefully I won't just run into Sassy like on round 2 again. Like, my goal, but I've changed my goals. My goals are always try to win. And like if and that's, I think maybe I'm looking at the wrong way. I think now my goal should just be get to the money rounds, and after that, it's I can worry about whatever else. Maybe if I change how I'm looking at the tournament, I'll do better.
All right.
Because if Joe Boo can win it, I mean, how hard can it be?
Wow. You're a Hall of Famer. Are you gonna accept Joe Boo's challenge?
No, I got real opponents to face.
Okay. I just wondered. I had to ask. All right. With that being said, Griff, any final thoughts about anything before we move on?
Any final thoughts about anything? Well, I mean, I did mention that the tournament is a Gordian knot, and much like in history past, the Gordian knot is best solved with a sword. Can I enter with a sword?
No.
Oh. It would make it much easier for me.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
I'm pretty good with a sword.
I've heard that about you. Never seen.
Fine. Doesn't let me have any fun. Lets her shoot people. Lets him stab people. I asked for a sword. No, Griff. All right. I see how it is.
I don't let them do anything. They just do it.
Do you fire
If you started doing it, I probably wouldn't be able to say much about it at this point, to be honest.
Oh, good point. All right. Mental note. Got to go. Bye.
All right. That was the Immortal Griffith, ladies and gentlemen. We will find out, hopefully, by the next week, whether he's indeed defending the Platinum Dragon Championship against Chris Cage at Immortal XIII and challenging for the Triple Crown Championship. But that is to be determined. All right. So, with that being said, let's now go. Let's take a quick song break. We're a little early for it, but we'll do it anyways. Let's listen to the theme. What's that?
We do what we want.
That's right. Let's take a listen to the theme from Immortal XIII while we're gone. Ladies and gentlemen, this is RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. Be back in just a minute.
Lights go down, the crowd explodes, heads held high as they strode. marching to the ground. No surrender in their veins. Only glory, only pain. History written in the ring. Every battle, everything. When the smoke clears, who still stands? Which titles will be changing hands? Hear the thunder, feel the flame. Every legend earns their name. Raise your fists and hear the call. Tonight we conquer, we don't fall. We are immortal. Hear the arena roar tonight. Immortal. Every warrior ready to fight. Our triumph now is inside. Legends are forever. We are immortal. Through the fire we stand tall. Immortal. Every warrior hears the call. We stand tall and conquer all. Legends are forever.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are just 15 nights away from RAWF Immortal 13 live from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. And it is going to be a happening as it always is. Oh, Vacant, Griff mentioned he's looking forward to the Hall of Fame. What are you most looking forward to at Immortal 13?
The taco sales.
Okay, that's fair. I walked into that one.
No,
besides-
look, I am genuinely looking forward to the main event for a host of reasons. One of which is, I've always been a very big supporter of Killer Neptune, and seeing him finally get to the pinnacle that he has been working for so long is great. I think that will be awesome, and yes, I do believe he will do that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that match immensely.
All right. It is definitely going to be a happening. Just 15 nights away, RAWF Immortal 13. Someone else looking forward to Immortal 13? Someone someone coming back for the first time in a while. Let's talk to he's no longer the Celtic Nightmare. He is the Pirate King. Please welcome.
15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil be done for the rest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. The mate was fixed by the bo'sun's pike. The bo'sun brained with a mark and spike. And Cookie's throat was marked belike. It had been gripped by fingers 10. And there they lay, all good dead men, like break a day in a boozing ken. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
15 men of a whole ship's list.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Dead and be damned and the rest gone west.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
The skipper lay with his knob in gore, where the skellion's axe his cheek had shore, and the skellion he was stabbed times 4.
Well, apparently Soul Reaper has dropped. We'll have to get back to him. as his song was playing, he dropped. We'll have to wait, and hopefully he returns to us here by the end of the show. Because, oh, wait, we might have him. And it's still Reaper. Is he there? Reaper. Yeah, it's not showing that he's the little red drop. The little red dot's not up in the corner. So,
Yeah.
well, it looks like he's here. He's not really here.
Lies and poppycock. Balderdash, even.
All right. Well, hopefully we can get back to him. Hopefully we can figure out what the hell's going on there. But let's bring in our one of our favorite Hall of Famers to brighten. Well, no, I don't want to say brighten. Probably more like drinking up. Bring the beer to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome.
Boots hit the dirt, stealing my stare. Six-pack of engines, I don't fight fair. Rattlesnake blood running through my veins. Mess with the best, you'll be feeling the pain. I'm a renegade, born a brawl, raised on rage. Knuckles up, I set the stage. Drinking beer and kicking pain. Ain't no cage can hold my name. Redneck Avenger, don't need no crown. But you best believe I run this town. From back road bars to the square circle, ain't no rules when I raise this hurdle. I don't tap out, I don't back down. You cross my line, you're going down.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Redneck Avenger, the current Anything Goes champion. Good evening, RA.
Good evening, LA. How are you and the crew?
I thought I'd get you in a little earlier than normal. Do you still got the edge on yet?
Yeah, I'm only 6 bottles deep of the angry juice, but I'm still here.
Hmm.
I can slam one or two more down.
So, as the Anything Goes competition is underway, hopefully we'll have a contender for you by Immortal XIII. But if not, you can always answer Joe Boo's open challenge for an RAWF Hall of Famer.
Yeah, what was his challenge?
Just he wants to face somebody at Immortal XIII, and they get to choose who he wants to face a Hall of Famer, and that Hall of Famer gets to choose the steps.
All right.
I believe we call that thirsty.
Yep. Well, it's an opportunity to put a knot on Joe Boo's head. So, I mean, how can I say no?
All right. Have you joined the Xanther yet?
Just put my thing in there for it. So, during the song break.
Okay. You do this to me every year. You know this, right?
Yeah, it's just what I do.
Go to the event tab, click on the tournament, and hit join. You're in the company. I don't need to invite you.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like okay. All right. Oh, let's see.
That doesn't mean he doesn't want to be invited. He wants to feel wanted.
He wants to. Well,
Yeah, exactly.
I see you. I see you. Blondie over here is a little, slow on the uptake sometimes.
He's all right. Oh my. Let's see here. Well, so Joe Boo wants a challenge against a Hall of Famer. I'm all for that any day, anytime. It's always fun.
Let me go to his little scene here.
Oh, he's got a scene. Okay.
He's got a scene. The Platinum Path to Immortality. It was posted 9 hours ago in RAWF.
All right, the Platinum Path to getting your ass whooped. Okay.
Immortal is the season of champions and Hall of Famers, and in honor of the Hall of Fame induction happening, I am officially challenging any RAWF Hall of Famer to a match at Immortal. I'll even let them pick the stipulations. It's nice to give back any of those geezers who can just sit back on their resume and not have to try hard anymore.
Can you please make the part of the the stipulations that when he loses, he has to stop being a cunt?
I think that's like asking the sun not to shine. We can
Look, he
try.
said we get to pick.
There is that. There is that, you know. But let's see here. Yeah, that's we can take care of that. I'm all for it. So I'm all for a good crap slapping on him. I mean, he's not a pushover. Hell, he won the Xanther tournament. I mean, I don't know how, but I mean, it proves that miracles do happen. So bless his little heart. And God damn it. Yeah, so you know, bless his little heart. I'm proud of him, happy for him, and you know, he's all right, I suppose, for that. But no, I enjoy popping him in the head. It's cathartic.
So we can make it official then? You are accepting the challenge of Joe Boo?
Yes, I am.
You owe me $20, Elvagan. I told you it'd be him.
Yeah, fine.
You know, somebody throws a challenge out there. That's easy money.
I just figured someone would beat you to it. I will point it because I didn't expect him to be like, you know, hey, RA, did you see this? Like I didn't go just showing it to everybody to see who would jump in. He was just like, oh, and I can win $20 because all I got to say is he challenged, and before I finish that sentence, RA will be like, hit him.
You ain't wrong, baby.
I met you.
Oh.
All right. Did you manage to join the tournament? All right.
I'm getting there. Find someone because the tournament scene. Yeah, I'll be there in a second. I'll be there before it's over with.
I'm just playing with you. You take your time. You got 15 days, so after all. But
15
yeah,
days.
15 days till Immortal 13 and the start of the Xanther Memorial Tournament 2026.
15 days, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Sorry. Couldn't help it.
So, that's a classic right there.
Look, if you can go 15 days and all you get is 1 day older, that's a pretty good trick.
That is. Well, they must have been listening to Griff there or something like that.
All right, RA. I think we got it all settled. I had a feeling you would be the one to take on Joe Boo. I would have put money on it. Yeah. I did put money on it. What am I talking about?
It's easy money.
Yeah.
Oh,
so at any rate,
so who's going to be joining the fun tomorrow with me? I didn't get to hear Randall, so
you get to take on Miss B. You know, Miss Beautiful Doll.
Beautiful Doll. She's good, so that's going to be a good match. I like her.
Yep, absolutely. So that's
really
your opponent.
Teammate, when doing those little 4-on-4s, and she has really, really stepped up and is good, and she's great with artwork too. That's some good stuff. So I'm looking forward to that match. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yes, indeed. So, with that being said, RA, any final thoughts before we try to see if Reaper's ready now? Because it looks like he's got a stable.
Well, I'm glad he changed his name because I mean, like, you know, he had Chuck Norris, of course. You know, he got into a fight with a Grim Reaper, whooped his ass, and took his job. So,
yep, indeed. R.I.P. to one of the toughest men there ever was. We could do a whole show on Chuck Norris joke on the Chuck Norris things.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
it was good stuff.
Yeah. Good. R.I.P. to a legend in Chuck Norris. He was 80. What they say? 83? 80.
He was
what
86.
Was it? 86. Wow.
I mean,
and was filming a fighting video 2 days before.
Yeah, I mean, the Keith Richards felt the quickening, and I'm telling him, you know, you better get Clint Eastwood and bubble wrap. I can't take that.
Oh my. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of leaves old Clint as one of the last great outlaws, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Wow.
But we still have Mel Brooks. Knock on wood. Put him in bubble wrap too.
Put him in bubble. I don't know that we want to do that. They might suffocate. You know?
A little breathing hole, I guess.
Give him a snorkel.
Yeah.
Snorkel. All right. Well, thank you for your time, RA. Appreciate it. And we will talk more hopefully next week about. Hopefully, we'll know who your opponent is and anything goes. We should have one according to Cougs. So we shall see. But with that being said, you get to choose the steps with Joe Boo. You let me know when you decide on those steps.
All righty.
Remember what I suggested.
Yes, I believe me. That's etched in my heart, Vegan. I'm right with you.
All right, Redneck Avenger, ladies and gentlemen, he will answer Joe Boo's challenge at Immortal 13. Thank you, RA.
All right.
Moving on, let's try. I believe this time we've got him. Let's play his theme one more time because I doubt he heard it the first time. Here, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. Drink and the devil be done for the rest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. The mate was fixed by the bo'sun's pike. The bo'sun brained with a mark and spike. And Cookie's throat was marked belike. It had been gripped by fingers 10. And there they lay, all good dead men, like break a day in a boozing ken. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
15 men of a whole ship's list.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Dead and be damned and the rest gone west.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
The skipper lay with his knob in gore, where the skillion's axe his cheek had shore, and the scullion he was stabbed ×4.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Pirate King, the Soul Reaper. Reaper, you there?
I'm here this time.
All right, finally got you in here. So talk to me about this change here. No longer the Celtic Nightmare, now the Pirate King. Talk to me about what that was about.
Well, I figured maybe a change in character would do me some good, and I haven't. This last time this gimmick or persona made its appearance was Graveyard Smash 2023 when I made my RAWF pay-per-view debut. I believe was the last time I was the Pirate King.
Okay, so this is kind of like an old revamp, is what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, per se, and yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Now you've had a little bit of a situation as of recently, a little group called the Murder, led by Mark Caliber. Talk to me about what happened there.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, I ended up getting mixed up with Mark and then Winter, and then everything goes to hell, and I get jumped by the Murder, and when the Hounds of Hell come, hit the ramp and run down, the Murder scattered like cockroaches.
Well, I mean, talk to me. Is this a group rivalry, or are they targeting you specifically?
Now, this is, for some reason, this is going to be between me and Mark. I've already told them at Immortal, everyone, the Murder and the Hounds of Hell will not be allowed at ringside. This is between me and him.
Step right up.
Because I'm going to show him I don't need my faction.
Where the grin covers every sin.
Paint on the smile, but the eyes say problem. Boots hit the ramp and the whole place solemn. He skips to the ring like it's homeroom roll call, then snaps like a quiz you were never prepped for. Twisted homeward, written on steel. Detention in the corner till you can't feel. He's playing hopscotch on your ribs on the mat. Tic-tac-toe on your blood, yeah, he's good at that. He's the Joker, Mark Caliber, laugh now, cry later. Carnival King, body count, tally up. Each slam hits greater, he turns dreams to a highlight reel. Your hope to a crater, Joker, Mark Caliber. Smile getting scarier. He got crayons in his pockets and a chain round his neck, coloring in bruises like a bored kid's desk.
Lady, oh, hello, Mark.
Oh, that wasn't very nice.
Mark?
Unmute, Mark.
Mark, why are you just staring at us? Are you there, Mark?
Bored kids. Bored kids.
Okay. Well, Reaper, I guess Mark's just not going to stand there and stare at you.
I'm not bothered by it. Anyways, before as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted. This is the both factions being banned from ringside at Immortal. It's going to show that I don't need my faction. I can win without the help of my faction. That I can do it on my own. I beat Olivia in her own match at Love Hurts on my own. So I've already proven I can do it on my own without help. But yet he needed help from the murder to jump me on Superstars. Where Love Hurts, where I can't even remember when exactly it was he jumped me. I think it was either Superstars or at Love Hurts immediately after my match.
I mean, it's definitely gotten ugly. How have you done against the murder in your matches? You've had a series of matches against them, and tomorrow you face Joey A for the second time in the period. Talk to me about
Wait,
how.
who won the last time I faced Joey? Because I didn't even realize I'd had matches against the murder.
Oh, maybe I'm talking about Ken. Maybe I'm thinking about Ken Costa. That's right. Ken Costa has also been having issues with them, but so, but uh, I don't think you're going to find an ally there,
Oh no.
right? There's not going to be
Kid's desk, tagging his name on your back with the boot mark, property of mark in a bright red birthmark, playground rules in the grown man's war. Tag your face first to the floor. He pogo on spines like a bouncy ride, then bows to the crowd with your fear as his pride. He's the Joker, Mark Caliber, laugh now, cry later. Carnival King, body count, tally up.
Mark, are you there? You going to answer now?
Sometimes these things are so full of bugs you can't even find the right pesticide to get rid of them. Anyway, I do apologize for
Was
the
that a shot at me
interruption.
or a shot at the members of the murder? Since I referred to them as cockroaches.
Indeed. Well, I apologize for the interruption, but I just wanted to come on by and say hello, especially to you, Reaper. Which reminds me.
Wait a minute, the Joker. Didn't Batman kill you already?
Not quite. Anyway, how's your mouth feeling?
Oh, my mouth is just fine. It's a little sore from when you kicked me in my fucking jaw, but I'm okay. It's gonna be a lot worse for you at Immortal.
Worse at Immortal, huh? You know, that's a funny saying. As there are two sides to every story, there are two sides to every personality. Many others have multiple personalities within themselves. You showed it here. I've shown it multiple times. Lord Amadeus here should know that of all people as well.
Oh, is there something about Amadeus nobody knows about?
Hey,
Oh,
keep me out
everybody
of
pretty
this.
much knows about it already. It happens every single year.
Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about other things.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, Reaper, before I move on to my other opponent and his so called army, I'd like to ask you, have you come up with a match stipulation for our encounter at Immortal? I've been dying to hear it ever since you gave me that cold hard shower last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How about Spectral Tide rules?
Ooh, sounds fascinating. So tell me all about it.
Oh, no. Some things are best kept for later.
Well, I suppose I can't
You'll
really
find out
blame
what
you for
that
that.
entails in due time.
Well, I suppose I can't really blame
But
you
as
for that.
far as tomorrow on Superstars, watch your back
Very well.
and tell your little group of whatever they are the same. Because I'm going to make sure that it's just you and me at Immortal.
Very well, very well. And you know me, I love surprises.
So, spectral tide rules. What? Okay. I have no idea what that means, but I guess you're going to let us know, huh?
It's pirate themed.
Okay.
I'm going to leave
Well,
you
now.
with this, Mark, before I go. Tell Winter she's going to be the first one to go. When she least expects it, she'll be the first one to disappear. See you tomorrow, Mark.
All right. That was Soul Reaper taking his lead, the Pirate King. And Mark, how you all right there?
I'm fine, Nelly. Just dandy.
Okay. Do you have anything else you wanted to discuss?
Well, there's this sort of thing of the Stadium Stampede that Costa has challenged me to. Well, of course, I told him to find an army, if he even has one, to come up against me and my army as well. Of course, there's myself, there's Winter, there's Joey A. and Andy Price, and of course, the newest member of the murder, my tag team partner in Toxic Resurrection, Cyanide Harvey.
So, explain to me what he challenged you to again, one more time. Let me write this down. It's a 4-on-4?
From what I've heard, at least. Oh man, boy, I'm getting these numbers mixed up already in my head. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 5. Most likely 5, but who cares? Anyway, it's gonna be Stadium Stampede. Whatever idea he has, as far as I'm concerned, and he can tell me himself. That is, of course, unless he's scared.
I actually think we should go stick with 4-on-4 because 5-on-5 rarely ever works as a good match, technically speaking. So
Yes, that
we'll
is
have to
true.
talk.
That is true. Apologies for the interruption again, but yes, that is very true. I should know. I tried to book them myself.
Exactly. You of course, your or at least your alter ego, the Crow, is an owner of Commonwealth and should know that, right?
Indeed.
All right. So maybe we'll see. We'll have to work this out. So a stadium stampede, our first ever. This is going to be an immortal for first. That's for damn sure. We're going to have a spectral tide match, whatever the hell that is, and a stadium stampede. Okay. At least people are being creative this year. I appreciate that. But then Mark, appreciate it. Is the Crow around? Does he want to make any talk about Commonwealth at all?
Well, would you like to speak to him now about it?
Yes.
One moment, please.
Oh goodness. Hope you have a tissue for that.
All right, make it quick, because my head is really spinning.
I hear you. I hear you. All right, quickly.
bedroom.
Anything you'd like to? Any announcements you'd like to make about Commonwealth?
Well, the Battle for the Throne pay-per-view is still ongoing. Some matches are still going around. Northwest Tag Team Territories should be up now. And my upcoming pay-per-view for April, of course, Ready to Rumble, April the 12th. Not sure of how many Rumble matches we may have. Usually I like to have a men's and women's. I'm trying to get as many male wrestlers as possible. We already got enough women. Not sure yet. May have to morph them into one, but we'll see what happens. And I need to get out of here. My head is just spinning.
All right, Mark.
This is what happens after I drink this again. Hold on.
All right. Yeah, I understand.
I'm okay. I'm going.
All right, go ahead, Mark. You're good. That was Mark Caliber, ladies and gentlemen, the Joker and the Crow. Hopefully, yeah. I don't know anymore. All right, next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on the legend herself.
الروشينا بيرد برانشنا هسناش تادو فاردن نمراي مقسم بابت تانا برايرك تشتر سايلا قسب تريل هرمرسني حبل فيون سباينك هرمروي زيند خاقراغم من مولار ديت لبلين نايش
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Maeve O'Hare joining us. Good evening, Irish.
Good evening, Amadeus. Good evening, Vacant.
Oh, hi.
Did you? Are you vacant? You gonna offer her the knee? I think she may need the knee.
Maybe it's always there. She knows it's her. Here, I'll even brush it off.
I thank you, but no, I'll stand.
Oh, come on now. I didn't do anything to you. I know you're mad at Blondie over here, but come on. To me.
Why should she be mad at me?
Because you're blonde.
Did you have something you wanted to ask me, Amadeus?
I did. I do. And first of all, did you get in the Xanther?
I did.
Oh, good. And what are your thoughts? How far have you gotten in the Xanther?
I've never made it to the money round, so that's my first and foremost goal this year. But we'll see what happens.
All right, that's a good goal, no doubt about it.
Something to be said for the best of intentions.
All right. How was your St. Patrick's Day?
It were lovely. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, well, I mean, I assume I was hoping that some of that would rub off on you, because I know that you were able to eat that day, right?
I did. I ate quite a lot. It was a nice change of pace.
Did you enjoy the river?
I'd always enjoy the river. I do wonder what the fish make of it, but I always enjoy the river. It's a little bit of whimsy.
All right, well, good, good. I mean, who did we say you had tomorrow? Oh yeah, I think
Yeah,
got Rand.
I remember I heard Randolph mumbling something about Christopher Cage.
Yeah, taking on Chris Cage 1-on-1 tomorrow, here in Portland. Any thoughts on facing the unsettled one?
Well, I can see why Randolph decided to make himself scarce after that announcement. I can't say I'm best pleased.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, there's folks out there getting matches against all sorts of folks that couldn't lace my boots on their best day, and then you throw one of the top ranked people every month at me. I see how it is, Randolph. I understand.
I'm sure he did. It wasn't intentional, but you weren't the only one with a tough match tomorrow. I mean,
Someone's always got to face off against English and Morcorcra and all of them.
Mm-hmm. So I mean,
I was gonna say it could be worse. It could have been Griff.
Yeah, I don't think Randy.
Don't give them ideas.
No, that's a different company that likes to put you against Griff as often as possible.
That's several companies that like to put me against English as often as possible.
Well, we only do it occasionally here, right? Very rarely. So that's a good thing, right?
I mean, do you prefer to face off against your partner when you can help it?
What, Cougs? I guess that you're talking about Cougs. Well, I mean, I'm used to fighting her. I got claw marks over claw marks.
Not touching that one.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways.
Yeah, Coog's clawing at you.
I mean, and Paragon's got a point. 40% of your options would be a rough draw. So, I mean, could be.
Well, that means that 60% would be a cakewalk.
I don't know. Things are getting tougher. I think things are getting tougher in RAWF these days.
For some folks, they are.
Yeah. So, are you looking forward to Immortal at all?
What do I have to look forward to, boss man?
Well, I mean, the Hall of Fame announcements. Aren't you interested in who's going into the Hall of Fame this year?
Did you see me post any suggestions?
Wow. Okay. 2 more weeks of this, huh?
2 more weeks of what?
You think?
I mean, there's 2 more weeks till Immortal, yeah.
Yeah, 2 more weeks till Immortal. We'll go with that. Anyways, Maeve, I hope I didn't inconvenience you too much tonight, but thank you for coming on.
I'm always here to help, boss man. You know that.
I do know that. I do know that.
Did you have any questions for me, Vacant?
You're not mad at me, right?
I didn't say I were mad at anyone.
You're right. You didn't say that. That doesn't answer my question.
Do you think I should be mad at you, Vacant? Have you done something to make me angry?
I made you special potato burritos.
You did make me special potato burritos, and they were quite tasty. I appreciated them.
Oh, I tried a new thing. I hadn't had it before.
What did you try?
I had potatoes Colcannon.
You mean in all this time I've never fed you Colcannon?
You have not.
Well, what did you make of it?
It was interesting. It's like The cabbage flavor isn't very strong, but it's there. But the leeks really alter the flavor of the potato.
So I don't prefer it with leeks myself. I usually make it with cabbage and kale.
I mean, that would be a different flavor. I would try that too. But yeah, it was good. It was just a
Did
little
the
weird.
did the Cole Cannon you had have the bacon in it or no? It depends on who made it
Did
for you.
not.
Yeah, wait until
I
after
think that would have
Lent
been
and
good.
then have it with the bacon in it. I think you'll like it more.
I mean, because everything's better with bacon.
And don't you fret, Chris. I get to eat 3 meals a day on Sunday, so I won't be hungry. I'm not going to acknowledge any of the other comments from the peanut gallery. Were there anything else?
No, I think we got it. I think we covered everything, Maeve. Brilliant job with the St. Bridget's Day tournament as always, and looking forward to seeing who
As
wins
I said,
that.
good luck to the 4 folks remaining. I wish better luck to some of them than others, but I don't get involved in that because I don't enter or wager on anything that I'm involved in booking. But good luck to them, and may the best fighter win.
Ladies and gentlemen, she is RAWF Hall of Famer Maeve O'Hare. Thank you for your time tonight, Maeve. Appreciate it.
Good night, Vacant.
Hasta la bye bye.
All right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, at press time, he is still the Platinum Dragon champion as well as the multimedia champion. Let's bring in the one and only.
One time for the people in the rafters. One time for the ones that they laughed at. Yeah. Yeah. Walking down the ramp, gold scales on my back. Every step heavy like I'm dragging all the past. They said know your place. You a footnote kid, now the headline. Flaming my fist, I took every cheap shot, every boo, every loss. Turned a doubt to a crown, made a throne from the cost. They built a glass ceiling, I turned it to sand. Now it's dust on my boots when I raise my hand. You feel that rumble? That's the tide getting loud. Every scar on my knuckles is a promise to the crowd. I'm the golden dragon, breaking every chain. From the nosebleeds down to the barricade, they chant my name. I hear golden dragon. I don't bow, I don't fall from the fire, from the struggle I was forged, sitting gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is indeed the Golden Dragon, the reigning Platinum Dragon and multimedia champions. Kenta, good evening, sir.
Ow. Ow. Sorry about that. I just slipped and fell the floor. Hey,
You all right?
everybody. Hello, Senior
Wait.
Bacon and
Nobody
Senior
saw that. You're
Gabby.
good.
All right, so Kenta, we know that you will be facing Michael Brewer in defense of the Multimedia Championship in 2 weeks. A man you have a lot of history with, good and bad from what I hear. We're 2 weeks out. Talk to me about matchup, and what threat does Brewer pose?
Brewer represents my past, the past that I want to forget. The past that I want to leave behind in Tokyo because that wasn't me anymore. I did not like that life. And it's trying to pull me back into that life, trying to make me his right-hand man again. But that's again, it's not me anymore. Back then I had to survive. As I've told before, I was an orphan. My parents and my little sister, they both died in a fire. But as an orphan boy in Japan, it was rough. I had to survive. That was my survival mode. And Brewer saw something in me when I joined the organization. He saw something, a savage man trying to survive, trying to claw his way to the top, and he liked that, and he wants me to become his kyodai. That's a brother in that's a sworn brother in Japanese. His little kyodai again. But I don't want that, and I feel like he's trying to pull me back in, and he represents the past that I want to forget, the past that I want to move forward from, especially both in my past, personal and professional wrestling, in Unstoppable. He is a legend in Unstoppable, and I represent the future. So this is personal, and I want to get rid of the old guard so that the new stars can shine under the bright lights. That's right, I am going to be the leader of the new era, and at Immortal, I will beat Michael Brewer to retain my Multimedia Dragon Championship.
All right. Should be a great matchup to say the least. Now, if we can't comment. Actually, I can ask you the same thing I asked Griffith. If you walk into Immortal as Platinum Dragon Championship, talk to me about facing the unsettled Chris Cage for the heart and soul of RAWF.
It's gonna be a very savage fight. I'm more of a technical wrestler, and he's more of a
Lunatic with a
scrapper.
knife.
He's a wild card. Uh, um, he's got no. He's got a lot. He's got no style, but his fury is unbridled. But I believe I can weather that storm. I can weather un that wild side of him, and try to subdue it as best as I can to try to reclaim. No, sorry, to try to retain both the champ, both against Griffith and against Chris Cage, because I'm gonna make another declaration, sweeping declaration. If I survive both Griffith and Chris Cage, and when does how long does the Zen Arthur Platinum tournament last?
Oh goodness,
Months.
usually around 2 months.
Shit. When is the next? If I survive, when is the next pay-per-view?
The next pay-per-view would be Radiversary on May 18th.
So by June, July, it's gonna be done. Okay. Anyway, I'm putting up the Platinum Dragon Championship on the line for the winner, if it's okay with you, boss man.
They'd have to be top 25.
No, because whoever you challenge has to be in the top 25. And if the winner of and there is a chance that person would be in the top 25, but there's also a higher chance that they won't. So making that claim right now, I wouldn't do that. Now, if that person that wins the tournament is in the top 25, then that could happen. That I would probably, and if you are still Platinum Dragon Champion and you want to do that, that is your prerogative. But I can't commit to that at this moment.
I'm overlooking both of you. I know you guys are former world champions. I'm not overlooking anybody. I'm just saying I am just saying that I am still the champion. Sorry, I just replied to Chris Cage comment.
I see that.
This whole
10 times.
I don't overlook people. Unlike a certain subpar Diesel Warrior who overlooks people.
Ouch.
That's not me.
Oh, look, margarita.
Still talking mad trash about DW. I'd be careful with that. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I already told you. I'm living for spite.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. So, Who's your match tomorrow? Let's take a look. Do you know off the top of your head, or do I have to find it?
Yeah, can you tell me?
Yep.
Rick
I don't think
Nelson.
they're here.
Rick Nelson.
My AD brother from another mother.
Wait, what?
Or AD brother from another mother. He's my absolute AD, absolute domination, my stablemate.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's a former champion in RWF also, right?
I mean, he's a former tag champion, and he's won a few titles back in the day. He hasn't won one in several years, but
And never world.
It's pride comes before the fall, man, not confidence.
Same thing.
Oh, by the way, I need to tell something. Another match that I would be joining in. I am going to join my AD brothers, Ken Costa, Denzel and Chev against Mark Caliber.
okay. So you know more about this than I do. Ken Costa, this stadium stampede match you're talking about, right?
Yes.
So it is Ken Costa, Kenta, Chev, and Denzel. Is that what I heard?
That's
correct.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys are AD?
Absolute domination.
Absolute domination. Okay.
Yeah, I cannot set a good example to the kids if I leave my brothers fighting this.
For the record, that was a bad place to pause.
Come again?
You paused in an awkward place in that sentence.
Sorry, it's very. Just this the.
But at any rate, all right. So
the fall
the
still hurts my face.
So the stadium stampede. Now, if this is like in the match I've heard, you're basically going to fight everywhere in the entire SoFi Stadium. Correct?
Yes.
Is that how this is going to work? Just going to fight everywhere?
Yes.
So, all righty. So basically, it's a 8-man Fubar City street fight.
It's 8?
Is that what I'm hearing?
4 on each team. 8.
4 on each team.
4 on each
you,
team.
Ken Costa, Chev, and Denzel, right? What?
I think. Yes, I think so. Sorry, I just got the text from Kent Costa. What kind of brother I am to leave another brother behind? So I don't know. I know that Chev and Denzel are.
All right.
I don't know if there's anyone else. So yeah.
Well, I hope not, because 4 on 4 is the highest I'm going on this. We're not doing 5 on 5.
All right.
All right.
How about you circle the wagons, figure this shit out, and come back to the bus?
Because 5 on 5 takes too damn long. We don't have enough time. Have a time limit enough for 5 on 5. It will be a count out. But at any rate. All right, so now you add the Stadium Stampede to possibly 2 title matches at Immortal 13 and the Xanther. You're going to be a very busy Golden Dragon. Can you handle it?
Hey man, I'm just happy to be part of the main card all these years. And yes, the Golden Dragon can handle this.
All right, we'll find out at Immortal 13. Where still we have to wait and see if you're still Platinum Dragon champion. We'll find out hopefully by the end of the week. Good luck to you going forward with Griffith, and see you again next week, sir.
Thank you for having me, LA and Senior Vacant.
All right, that was the Golden Dragon, Kenta. He's he's a busy man these days, all vacant, and he could get even busier at Immortal 13. We find out here in just 2 weeks' time. All right, our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, is the former world heavyweight champion. He could be your next Powerball champion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. First of the fallen and last of the old gods. No use fighting because you can't beat those cold odds. Beginning of time and the end of days. Civilizations crumble under his gaze. Alpha and Omega, the wrath of the God King. Paragon of greatness, about to pin you in that ring. Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. Eons ago, before time existed, they lived in the heavens and the rain persisted.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is Big Purple. He is the Paragon of Greatness. Good evening, Paragon.
Good evening, Amadeus.
All right, talk to me about possibly getting a measure of revenge at Immortal 13 against the man who took the world championship from you at Love Hurts.
I mean, you know me, I do love a good narrative. I do love a good story. Revenge is certainly the story that we want to gravitate to. The reality is, I'm not really looking for revenge here. That's not to say that this isn't a personal match that really matters to me. It's more to say that, look, as loath as I am to say it, Teflon Sheik paid his dues for a really long time to finally legitimately become the world heavyweight champion is something that was coming for him for a long time. I mean, nobody has tried harder for longer than Teflon Sheik to become the world heavyweight champion, only to fall on their face so many times. It really, in any other context with any other human being on planet Earth, people would have been excited for that championship win. Unfortunately, the man who won the title happens to be the most despicable scumbag any of us have ever met. So I understand there is a lot of vitriol going towards Teflon Sheik in his current position, and it's justified. But I understand as a professional wrestler the journey and how difficult it is to get to that World Heavyweight Championship, and I am not looking for revenge in that front. However, what I did just say, the kind of person that Teflon Sheik is, the kind of associates that he keeps with himself, the operation that they run is nothing short of vile. And while I am well aware, at least Sheik himself, a very wealthy man, the group in general, clearly have a lot of funding. Something like the Powerball Championship, the money that is brought with that, is something I would love to take away from an organization like that and be able to give to people that actually deserve that money. The Powerball Championship to me doesn't represent being a champion so much as being able to have an opportunity to contribute to something greater in the world. Not only to be able to contribute to something greater in the world, but to take away contributions from something so terrible in the world. Going into this event, that's the way I'm trying to look at this. I don't want to get personal. I don't want to get in my head. I don't want to overthink myself and perhaps make some mistakes against Teflon Sheik. I want to think about the greater good that can be done by this victory. Uh, with that said, um, this is a really interesting situation. Uh, I've made no secret about the fact that the last few years of my manager's personal time has been very tumultuous at best. I've not had the time to do a lot of the things that I would like to do here in RAWF. I haven't been able to live up to some of the outside of the ring standards that I'm usually expected to do. And as a result, I'm looking down the barrel of Immortal, the biggest show of the year, the show that I have gone to painstaking limits every single year since I've been in this company to make feel special, to turn into the spectacle that it has become every year in this sport. And I don't have a specialty match as my trademark. I don't have a long running story into any kind of match. I'm not in the main event. I'm in what essentially amounts to an undercard match. And that maybe more than anything else is going to be my motivation in this match with Teflon Sheik. I usually have many opportunities to make a splash at Immortal, to do something special, do something memorable, make this event larger than life. This year, I've got one shot, and that is going to be in the form of the RAWF World Heavyweight Champion staring across the ring from me.
All right. Well, I have to bring it up, and it's kind of interesting what you said about Teflon Sheik because I disagree with you completely about the Teflon Sheik being the one that's longest looking for the world championship. I think that definition falls on your brother more than it would ever fall on Sheik.
Agreed.
If we're talking about length of time, I absolutely agree. I think that the firm distinction between these two, and I will elaborate on this as to my analysis of the match as well. The distinction is Teflon Sheik absolutely beyond wanted that championship. He needed that championship. Anytime that he was around, he was putting in so much effort to become the champion, using any tactic that he could find, any ally he could find, any unscrupulous means to try to be on top. Whereas Killer Neptune kind of has these spurts where he'll do something big historically and then kind of lose the wind out of his sails and disappear for a while. To his credit, Killer Neptune has absolutely maintained that focus and that determination for the last couple of years now. Like he's actually been a legitimate stalwart at the top of the card as opposed to his historically defined start and stop runs at the top. This is the best Killer Neptune has been in his career. He has finally found out who he is as a person and has finally decided to keep that momentum even when he runs into roadblocks, and I am immensely proud of him for that. But as somebody who has seen Killer Neptune for his entire life, knows him better than anybody else, I'm afraid for my brother going into this pay-per-view. I think that it means too much to him, and he has this idea in his head of how this story ends, and it's been well documented to him. That story is defeating me and stepping out of my shadow to become the champion that he believes that he is. And that's what has me scared. Killer Neptune is an emotional being. He thinks too much, he cares too much. He lets small details build up in his head and lets those things crash him down. If he can't go into Immortal realizing that this is not only his best opportunity, but this is the best opponent for him to be against, this is the moment that Killer Neptune could crown himself the hero that he thinks he is in his head. Everybody wants to see the Teflon Sheik fall. Everybody wants to see Cerberus fall. Killer Neptune has landed in this position where he could end Simply the Best record-breaking national championship. He could end the quest for Claymore and Teflon Sheik to try to arrange a main event with themselves that they've done so many times. He could end the reign of the most hated world champion of all time. This is everything lining up for Killer Neptune. And when the stars line up, if he can realize that, if he can get out of his own head and understand just how important this is, then I think he walks away the world heavyweight champion. However, I just don't know that he's going to be able to get that through his head.
I mean, wait, can I give you a way to maybe do it?
I mean, sure.
Feed his inner troll. Point out to him that if he does this, not only does he finally get the goal of being that and being the champion, all those stuff, right? All the hero, all that, but he also gets to put lord over you for the rest of eternity that he beat the guy who beat you.
I mean, anything like that could possibly work. You never know. I'm just
feed the troll.
Personally, as somebody who loves a good story, I can't possibly be more behind Killer Neptune. As somebody who is his family, who genuinely loves that man, I could not be more of a fan of Killer Neptune. As somebody who understands this company and this sport in a way that very few do, I'm extremely concerned that we're going to see the Teflon Sheik reigning still RAWF World Champion at the end of Immortal. That's my challenge to Killer Neptune. Prove me wrong.
I mean, I think right now you're the only one talking like this about him because I think everyone here is rooting for him. So, well, I mean, you're rooting for him too, but you're being not negative. I won't say negative.
I'll tell you what I am, Amadeus. I'm being realistic here. Everybody wants to see the Teflon Sheik go down. I think that we're not giving him credit for the savvy that he has, for the advice that he will receive, for the strategy that will be in his corner. And I think that is going to be a mistake if Killer Neptune does the same thing. I'm trying to keep him mentally prepared, keep him ready, let him know that this is not going to be the easy match that everybody wants it to be.
All right. Well, we shall see. And it is 15 days away. And, it's obviously not the most grandiose Immortal for you, but you do have a match against somebody that you have a chance to take some gold. So there is that. But it could be your brother's biggest shining achievement at Immortal 13. Could it not?
It absolutely could. And I know that we're pushing for time, so I'm not going to elaborate too much, but the one last thing that I have regarding myself at Immortal is this. I love to make the special moments. I have gone out of my way to make this event feel the way that it does. And yeah, damn right, RA. And I'd like to think that I am a big part of why Immortal is the way that it is today.
I'm sorry, I was talking to Texas Ranger. I didn't realize the microphone was on. Sorry.
That's good. I love the Redneck Avenger. That's part of what makes RAWF special. Look, what I'm trying to say is this. The Xanther, the Platinum Dragon Memorial Tournament is a staple of Immortal. And while it may be a few months out before it finishes, this tournament is synonymous with Immortal. It launches at Immortal. It is a part of Immortal. That may be my path to doing something special at Immortal this year.
All right. Well, it should be. And it should be an epic event as always. Any comments on the Xanther?
It is, I mean, beyond the fact that there's a huge prize and a lot of good could be done with that, the the quality of competition, the difficulty to win this tournament, what it represents to all of us, the deeper meaning behind it. It's not about money. It's not even necessarily about glory. It's about honoring all of those that came before us, that are no longer here to represent for themselves. It's not just an honor to be in this match. It's an honor that these matches get to exist at all. And I hope that everyone that goes into Immortal for this tournament gets to see that crowd and feel the emotion behind this tournament, really appreciates the gravity of just how much this tournament means to everybody, because it sure means a hell of a lot.
All right. Well, Paragon, thank you for your time. It is going out. Of course, there's Hall of Fame inductions as well. Got to get your comments about that.
I'm, a lot of personal time has been soaked up with some things lately. I haven't gotten to make some suggestions. I plan on getting those out tonight, but I'll tell you, I got some ideas, and I think that there's some interesting ones going on. But the Hall of Fame, it's the greatest company in the world. I think being honored as a member of this Hall of Fame not only solidifies you as somebody who has accomplished something in this company, it's something that means that you have made it in this sport. There is no competition more stiff than the RAWF rankings, RAWF championships, trying to post those promos, get the right amount of energy and crowd reaction, working with other people. There's so much that is involved in being successful in RAWF, and if you can become a Hall of Famer here, that means that you are one of the greatest in this business, in this sport. You have nothing else that you have to prove to anybody. You have that RAWF Hall of Fame ring. You are bulletproof from any criticism that anybody will throw your way. You just show them that ring, and that's going to shut them right up.
All right. Well, Paragon, thank you very much for your time tonight. We will talk to you again hopefully next week, and more Immortal 13 talk, and possibly talk about your whatever recommendations you make for the Hall of Fame. All right.
Yep.
All right, and while Paragon and I were discussing, I think you all heard it, so we need to play
Studio Cat. Whoa! Studio Cat. Studio Cat. Studio Cat. Whoa!
All right. Well, it's been a very interesting episode this evening. El Vacant, any takeaways?
Sheik is not very popular. Kenta has jumped onto the same bandwagon people over the years keep jumping on, which is, get rid of the old guard, bring in the new guard. I don't know why that keeps coming back and around. It never seems to work, but okay, he's going to try. Maybe he'll be the one who makes it work. And the weather's warming up, and, the great thing to do in a nice, chill spring evening is eat more tacos.
There you go. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to call it a night now. Appreciate everyone stopping by. If you haven't signed up.
One more second, because I think I figured something out.
Uh-oh. You figured out how to sign up for the tournament?
Huh? Yeah, oh yeah. We got tournament sign up done.
All right, cool. What else?
All right. I think I have figured out my stipulations for the fight, because didn't he say that I can pick the stipulation, right?
That is correct.
All right. He can only use foot stomp and no defense. He cannot use a PD. He cannot get even a fan support from either one of his friends. And if he loses, now imagine that, I'm going to take a note out of what Vacant said. He can't be a cunt. Now, if he violates being a cunt, what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to Three Stooges slap Claymore and Sheik. publicly for 3 months.
Okay,
And I can do whatever the hell I want to.
you're not the Champion's Choice champion. You realize that?
You're right, but he said I can pick the stipulation.
Yeah, get it, man.
Yeah. See, even Texas Rangers in on this one.
Oh my word! Write those down. Send them off to Joe Boo and let me know what he says.
I don't give a shit what he says. He put it out there. And there it is. You can either go with it or don't.
All right. Sounds good. All right. That's damn. I expect you to treat Money Sue with that kind of brutality. Damn. All right. At any rate, we'll get back to you. We'll talk more about that next week. But thank you to everyone who called in tonight, and thank you to everyone listening out there. This has been RAWF After Hours on the RAWF Radio Network. Say goodnight, Al Vegan.
Good night, El Vegan.